Ron, I'd like to say first, thank you too much. It is a pleasure to be here with you. You have this time to talk with me and shift some skills related to the journey to the career path from the beginning to hero, for example. Né? I'd like to try to congratulations that I prepared during the all day. Je m'appelle Josimar, je suis brésilien et je possède double certification CCIE et je suis professeur Cisco. Merci, mon ami.
Merci, très bien dit.
My friend, I'd like to do. I prepare some good questions here to help me here, and of course the people that are watching this and previously. A strategy and how is to prepare a executive path? How can we turn out the new career? And this is very important to share here. And of course, inside the Cisco ecosystem, the first question is where the key points that were enabled to move from the technical track to executive leadership. Of course, you pass for too many trouble and challenges during your career, and I'm here to listen to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Because when I relate to my past on how it happened, there was some very important key points. And that decision for me to move from the technical field to the sales and leadership field was really clearly one day. I was sitting at my desk. I was an engineer. I was 33 years old at the time. And I was sitting next to a older engineer at Cisco. He was 55. And we were at the same grade level because, I got into Cisco I got the opportunity to get into Cisco very young. And I climbed the ladder, very fast. And at 33, I was at the same point as an older engineer at 55 years old. And I look at myself and I'm saying, okay, I can do this. I will not be able to do this job for the next 20 years. Not because it's not interesting, just because I wanted more and I wanted different experience. And then on that day, I decided, okay, my next logical path would be to switch from technical to executive sales. So at that time, I started looking at the opportunity at Cisco, and nobody was looking at me as a salesperson because I was really tagged with the technical, aspect of the job, and it was fine. I was good. I was a good engineer, had my CCIE as well, but I was just put in that technical bucket, and I had to get out of it. And to be able to get out of it, what I did, two things. The first thing is I started as I was an engineer to do the sales executive job. What does it mean to forecast? What does it mean to close a deal? What does it mean to do pricing, preparing quotes, like all the different aspects. So while I was an engineer, I learned the skills required to become sales executive. And the second thing and the most important thing is I prepared for the next upcoming opening so that people, when that job was open, would see me already naturally go to it. Not that once it's open, oh, okay, I'm going to apply and show. It's too late at that time. When the job is open, you have to have done the preparation before the job is open. So for about a year, I went around, I shadowed sales executive, I looked at what their day was like. I helped taking away some responsibilities from them, the minor stuff, but it would give me some, experience with the tools, with how it works, how approval process, discussion. And at that time, about a year later, a position opened for me in the channel organization. So it was between, channel organization are the ones that take care of the partners. And it was a good stepping stone toward full sales leadership, because then I would be doing sales stuff, but not and with the end customer directly. I would do sales activities with the partner, which is a great in between. And then 3 years later, actually, I became sales executive. So it was a few stepping stone that I prepared for, but the first one, having the support of your peers and your local leadership, that they know what you want to do, that you prepare for it, is mandatory. If you don't do that and you just expect to get the position, it will not happen ever, because they have to see you in the role before it opens.
Incredible. And you also, of course, have some guys that you're looking forward. As you told me that one guy 20 years more older than you. You follow. I wanted to be this guy, and this guy, or the other guys help you to achieve this path. Okay, Jean, do it first. Do this academic course. Do this certification. You have this preparation from those guys support you get some doubt, to conversation. It's very important. Thank you for sharing. My second question. Which leadership skills make the biggest difference in visibility, upward, your mobility inside the Cisco?
Which leadership
Of course,
skills?
CCIE was the first, of course. But what else? What is the golden stone?
So, so of course, Cisco is a technical company. So you need to be able to understand the technology from a foundational point of view. And of course, being a CCIE, I had that. But in Paradox, being a CCIE was not what people were looking for. It was just a proof that I understood technology. And okay, check, understand it, check. Now let's look at the real stuff. The real stuff is able to have great interpersonal relationship skills, being able to create credibility, create trust, and you do that while, by meeting people. You do that by talking technology, but also understanding customers' business requirements. And once you start doing that, and you hear and you can associate customer business requirements with technologies that fix those problems, that's when it starts to accelerate. So you have a new problem, you have a solution, and that's one thing, being able to do that. The second thing is you can't be sitting back and waiting. You have to be proactive. You have to be looking for opportunities. You have to be learning something new every day. You have to be ahead of what you think is going to be the next thing. Like right now, for instance, in 2025, it's AI. And what's next? It's AI right now. What's next after AI? Could be agentic AI, could be security AI, could be whatever it is, trying to be ahead so that in your mind, you prepare yourself ahead of time to be able to answer any questions or any fix any problems that could arise, and be ready for it. If you're always sitting on waiting for them to call you, then you go nowhere, because the people will not call you. You have to tell them why they have to call you, and that's all about creating relationships and credibility and trust. Yeah.
This is good to hear from someone like you, that I'm passing something like that. For example, you said 2 steps. The first step, I'm trying to do this kind of interpersonal stuff, to talk with the people, to do speech, to do discourse, to meet new people, do connections. I'm passing through the situation that now I saw how much important it is to do the connection. And to be here right now talking with you is a proof that I'm trying to force myself to achieve this objective. The second point is what I want. As you told me, I'm a CCIE. I'm of course a CCNA, CCNP. I'm educator. I like to do the class, so I have a pitch. I have the vocation how to teaching another people to grow up. During those 20 years, I have some students from the beginning, from the manager position, from the director position, and I get very pleasure to this. It's an honor. They call me professor until today, and I say, "Oh, you are a director. They call me as professor." But I'm here today because you teach me in the past. You believe in me. Oh, this is most important thing that I have in my opinion. But to me, I'm not a director yet. I'm following through this transition, and I'm pursuing it for it. And I'd like to ask to you, I saw today that AI is very important, and cybersecurity also. And I have a stronger networking skills. For the next step, I see careers like cybersecurity, CCSP, CISM, CISO, some certification that prove that you are a manager, a strategy manager, director, or whatever. So those kind of certification is too difficult, and has some what I can follow the path. In your opinion, which kind of situation that I must to follow? For example, some guys told to me, you already have 2 CCIE. Do not focus in more CCIE. Follow in strategy environment. For example, the ISACA exams, there are too many. TOGAF is architectural structure, very important. In your opinion, which kind of path I must to drive to
complete the switch to
to my next step.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I'm a little
yeah.
bit
So
confused right now.
yeah. So I'm telling you, within Cisco, CCIE is great, but it's not where the value is at. On the partner side, it's completely different. Like CCIE is the gold. Everything is, you get paid on how much CCI, how many CCIEs you have. At Cisco, it doesn't work like this because you're already the expert, right? You should be the expert. So that's a very good, strong skills you have. Now, to be strategic and to learn to be so it's really a combination of being proactive, and then being proactive allow you to be strategic. You need to think not about what's happening now only, but also what's going to happen later. And let's say, in sales, it's all about how are you going to change. Let's say you have a customer that has competition, firewall in the account. The thing is, how in 2 years are you going to be able to position yourself to change this? You need to put a plan in place. Account planning is crucial. If you have never had the chance to prepare an account plan or work on an account plan on 6 months, 1 year, 3 year, then get familiar with the process, because for sure that's rule number one as a sales and leadership is you have to be able to plan for the future, because failing to plan is planning for failure, right? That's what they say. So if you don't know how to create a plan, and it's not easy because you look in the future, you don't know, but there's a structure. If you show structure in your planning, then it's already a good stuff. So a good skill. So if you never did that, work on this. The second thing, in terms of being strategic, is understanding where the rest of the company is going. So, for instance, at Cisco, we had our earnings last week. That was announced. The numbers, the Q1 numbers were published, and then the direction, the executive VPs and the CEO and the president, they say exactly, okay, next 3 months we're going to do this. Next year we're going to do this, and you have to align your priorities to the company priorities so that they see that everything you do aligns with the goal, the global goal. If you can't align between your priorities and the priorities of the company, then what's the point, right? It may be great ideas, but if it doesn't align with what the company wants, then there's no point in doing that. So strategic is being able to read what's happening now, kind of understand what's going to happen in the future, and be ready for it.
That's
Um,
great. That's great.
and then the rest is more technical, like forecasting stuff, and on the account side, and creating demand for the products. It's about creating opportunities rather than waiting for opportunities to come to you.
That's great. I'd like to share with you that today, uh, uh, I'm a freelancer from the
Mm-hmm.
network side. I have no job, no job yet. But what I'd like to share with you is I'm starting a master degree, a executive CIO CTO master degrees. In my
Mm-hmm.
class, there are more than 20 guys that are already directors, C levels, and I'm learning too much with them. And
Mm-hmm.
some good stuff that you told me, I'm trying to replicate inside my home. For example, OKR, a KPI, MVP. When my wife wanted to buy something else, I say, "Okay, wife, what is the MVP to this stuff that you want to buy or to travel? Prove to me, or let's to do a OKR of the year. For example, 26 is arriving. I already
Mm-hmm.
called to her, say, let's to prepare an OKR to the year of the 26 together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is little stuffs I incorporate inside me, incorporate to my day
Yeah.
when I use inside the company, going to be more prepared.
Yeah.
The second stuff, using other strategic things here in Brazil. I'm educated. I like to share. I like to teaching. I use in the Cisco community to do posts.
Mm-hmm.
I already wrote related to MedPick. There's a framework of sales, MedPick, and I
Yep.
learn,
Yep.
and then I put in the post in the Cisco community.
Yeah.
Previously, I was invited to be a Cisco champions,
Mm-hmm.
and I also participate with the meeting, with the coffee with Cisco champions around the world. It's very nice to be this moment to talk with, discuss with the engineer of around the world. Is very important. And one other things that I do here is to participate with the Cisco Women Rock IT. is a kind of Go to IT. It's a program, a voluntary program here that
Oh, okay.
Cisco do to help the girls and women to join up inside the technology world. And I'm a professor there, voluntary, since 2021. I'm very proud to do it. Help the girls and women to achieve one certification. This is very valuable to me as a woman and professional side. This is
one important
what
one.
I'd like.
This is all great experience. Your example about doing your master degree with people that already have close to, it's great because you need to be like a sponge and learn from these people what's happening in the real life, in the real corporate world, and the university will provide you also with some theory, right, about how management goes and things like this. So this is a bit combination, but the most important point that I forgot to say is that once you decide to make the switch from technical to executive, there's no return, in the way that your goal is this and you fight for it until you get it. I have some people I know that are going, oh, I like technical, but I want sales for the money, but I like technical. They kind of wishy-washy. That doesn't work. That's already, no, you're not ready, or you'll never be ready. But once you decide to go all in, you go all in. Yeah.
Do you know Ricardo Mucci from Brazil?
No, I don't think so.
He is the president of the Brazil Cisco.
Oh, okay. No.
And he has an incredible story. I follow. He already gave some webinars talking about his history, and he started from beginning, and today he's a president of Cisco Brazil. His history is very impressive, and of course, in one day in the past he was technical, and then moved to the sales, understand the business, understand the game, and today he's president of Brazil. He's a very nice person.
Great story. Great.
And he has a great history. I'd like to share with you my last question. If you could advise your younger SCE yourself, what you would say to them in the past to focus on early? This is strategy question.
Yeah, exactly. It's great, and it's one of my. It's not a regret for me, but it's a realization later in life. I should have made the switch a little bit earlier. So I joined Cisco at 21, and I made the switch at 33 years old, right? So there was like 12 years of engineering in my career. If I had done the switch in my head a little bit earlier and know I was ready for sale earlier, I would maybe be a little bit of a different position today. I would maybe be more higher in the company, or a different place in the company, or maybe another company completely. But everything would have been a little bit accelerated, like channel accelerated, account executive accelerated, leadership accelerated. So that would, to me, if I was talking to my 28-year-old myself, I would say, do it now. You don't need to wait until 33. But I always say as well, in life, things happen for a reason that maybe you don't understand today, but maybe you will understand later. And I still didn't understand that one, but I'm happy I did the choice first. Could I have done it earlier? Maybe, if I was talking to myself, but I'm happy I did it, and now I'm happy where I am today because I made it. So that would be my advice to my younger self. Yeah.
For sure, below, above us, there are one guy looking to us in driving our path. This is most important.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel to me and we inside my family, and I'd like to say, mon ami Jean, notre conversation très bien. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Ça a été un plaisir. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Perfect. So, you want to start recording?
I'm going to close stop the recorder right now.